What's going on, everybody? It's Shrizzles. Alright, so TikTok had the question, and I have the answer. So, if you haven't seen the title, we're basically going to be explaining what in the heck was Bunny Girl Senpai's ending. I mean, we all need to know. It was very confusing. The ending was really only 15, 30 seconds or something, if you really think about it, in the movie particularly. If you haven't watched the movie, go watch the movie. That's the sequel. You need to go watch it to understand this video. Now, first, we need to take a trip back and understand exactly what puberty syndrome is. If you recall, that is what made most of the events what they were, and that's what the whole show is based off of. A matter of fact, at the end of every single intro, in other places it just said puberty syndrome or adolescence syndrome. I've heard both of those throughout the entire show. So, let's take a look at exactly what that even means. So, there's a context definition that we can take from the show and exactly what it does, but in reality, what it actually means is just abnormal experiences that were rumored on the internet to, happen because you're unstable at this certain time in your life. So, in other words, it's a way of saying we have no idea, things just happen, and sometimes science ain't with it. Now, obviously, that one girl in the science club or whatever was definitely on it. She was just telling it how it is. She knew about it. She brought science into it. Honestly, she's an MVP. Now, the context that we do have is that generally it's an ability to roll the dice, or in some aspects, split people apart. Rolling the dice being you have such a strong will to change something about yourself or your past or your future that it manifests itself by either reverting time or another version of you that has fulfilled that belief becomes reality. So throughout the series, you're hinted at this time whenever Sakuta actually met Shoko at this beach, and she was an older lady. And this was because she was so worried about dying that she actually manifested another version of herself, an older one that gets to fulfill her future. And the way that future was fulfilled by Sakuta dying, but you all know this if you watched it, but you want to know how the ending's explained, so I'm just making sure to give some context first. So Sakuta, knowing this, actually tried to re-roll the dice, and his girlfriend Mai instead died in his place. But he also didn't want to be the one to die either, because that would have made her sad. So basically he told Shoko, I'm sorry, I can't be the one to give you the organ transplant. Obviously she was dying from a type of heart disease, but Shoko knew that he would live the rest of his life in pain and sadness and regret. Even if he managed to stay alive and Mai and him stay together, there would be a part of him that wishes he could take it back. So in reality, Sakuta was just in a bad place. He was getting screwed either way, just to be quite frank. He was done. So for my interpretation, both he and Shoko re-rolled the dice. And obviously whenever I'm saying re-rolled the dice, I'm saying re-rolled the dice on history, wanted to change events. Shoko rolled the dice to go back in time in a way that they would never meet, and he wanted to go back in time on the off chance that both of them could be together alive, and also she could, being Mai and Shoko, of course. So at the end of the movie, it shows where basically him and Mai make it back together. I'm sure that the syndrome is still around. They had to go through all the similar things to get to that point, as far as Mai being invisible to other people and whatnot, but he never met her. However, one thing about rolling the dice is you keep your memories, and not in a way that you actually have your memories where you can just think about them at any point, but like in dreams. In your dreams, it's kind of hinted what your past was, or technically your future. So he has dreams about the same girl that he met on that beach that he didn't meet in this life, but he did in another life before the dice was re-rolled. Now, it's very likely that Shoko was the only one who re-rolled the dice because when Tomo rolled the dice, she was the only one who was able to keep her memories, and she knew for a fact what she was doing. Particularly the only person that could remember also was Sakuta himself, because he was the person that her will came from to re-roll that dice to maybe keep themselves together. So Shoko most likely has her memories, but every other character does not and only has dreams. This in turn saves him from sadness. They never meet, and they never have to go to a point where they're in that hospital and he has to debate, should I pretty much get hit by a car and save this girl's life, or should I stay with Mai, or should I risk that Mai might do the same thing in my place? But with their memories intact, in their dreams, they were actually influenced to do different things. For example, Sakuta was influenced to go to the beach again, where he saw Shoko, where she obviously remembered him because he yelled at her and she just looked back like, hey, I know you, dude. She was looking all happy and stuff like, it's you. If I were their parents, I would have been pretty concerned, like, what is this guy doing? But, just a wave and a smile. It was a very happy thing. And since Mai-san had her dreams to do with the organs and the heart, and she had a dream of a kid that needed some type of transplant, she actually decided to enroll in a movie she previously wouldn't have in the last life that she lived. So Mai-san effectively saved Shoko's life by practically just starring in a movie based on a dream and a whim. Some people unfortunately think this means she's gonna die, but I actually think that she already had this transplant and that's the reason the family looks so happy. But even if she didn't, this would encourage the fact that she would get it in the future anyways. So effectively, Mai-san starring in a movie about a heart transplant indirectly saved Shoko's life by bringing awareness to the situation. This would replay every single event that they've already done before, minus people having to die, and I'm sure they ran into more problems later, which is the reason I want a season 2. But this is effectively the Bunny Girl Senpai ending explained. Every one of the main casted characters do survive, including Shoko and Mai-san and Sakura, so they all survive in the last 15 seconds, but like I said, they didn't show you enough to let you know that. Many people thought that Shoko was gonna die anyways, and it was just a re-roll so that they can live their lives normally while she dies and they don't have to worry about it. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Bunny Girl Senpai ending explained video. If this cleared up anything for you, let me know. If you have any other comments, also let me know. I'm sure there's things I haven't touched up on, but I always reply to comments. And like I said before, this question was from TikTok, so if you'd like to follow that, go to Shrizzles on TikTok, and that's where I do those types of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, let me know if there's anything else you would like me to go over, and I'll have more videos on the way. Thanks for watching. It's your boy Shrizzles, and I'm out.